Hello everyone and welcome to Game 2 against the Angels. I guess that's not how I usually go about all this, is it? Welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. It's Game 2 against the Angels. Yesterday was lopsided, we'll say. So we'll see if today's a better game. Whenever it loads here, here's Panpaca Park. Alright, regular lineup in today. So we do have a stretch here of having the normal guys in. Got Polly on the mound today, who actually had a little bit of a rough outing last time out, although he didn't take the loss, so, you know, good for him, I guess. So here's Howie Kendrick to start things off. His average just slid below 300 after last game, so he starts off this game with a hit, probably gets it right back. Was at 299. We'll see where he's at when he comes up for a second at-bat. Reggie Willits looks at strike one. And that one just misses outside. There's a bug on my monitor. It's driving me crazy. Finally got it to shoo away. Willits looks at strike three. That'll bring Vlad Guerrero to the plate, who did not get a hit yesterday, which scares me a little bit for how today will go. Although the Angels are 9 games back and in last place of their division, so maybe I shouldn't be quite so worried. Guerrero with a 2-2 count. He will swing and miss for strike three. And 2 down, here's Aaron Rowan. He looks at a ball. And then a strike. Pulls this one foul. It'll hop the fence over there. Not that it matters, but a souvenir for somebody. It's got a 2-2 count. Runner takes off. Does not matter. Rowan swings and misses, and that will end the inning. So the Angels start off with a hit, but no runs. Kester will lead things off for the Squirrels. Take a look here. Looks like the same lineup for the Angels. Whale on the mound. He is one of the original Portland Orcas. We were talking about that the other day. He and Ruiz, and I forget the other one. Kester lines out to short to start off this game, so no bowling over Napoli in the first, I would think. I guess it could still happen. Ground ball to third, and that will be the second out of the inning. 2 pitches, 2 outs. That's pretty good. Brings Chief to the plate. He'll look at one down at his feet. This is fouled away. Swing and a miss. Makes it 1-2. Chases that one a bit for the last out of the inning. So Squirrels do nothing in the first. We go to the second inning where Khalil Green will lead things off for LA. Not the LA we usually play.
Number 3, Khalil Green, shortstop.
First pitch is in there for strike one. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Ground ball to first. Terry will pick that up and step on the bag. 1 down. Here's Napoli.
Mike Napoli, catcher.
Swings and misses. Ground ball to third, but it's going to go foul. called. Strike 3. 2 away. Here is Quinlan.
Ross Quinlan, third baseman.
First pitch is too low. Swings through a fastball. Looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll be it for the top of the second. We go to the bottom half of the inning, still scoreless. Terry is going to lead it off for Indianapolis.
Number 4, Terry, first baseman.
First pitch, Terry is down and out. Hits this one foul over by the first base coach. A little swing and miss at a curveball. Didn't come real close to it, to be real honest. Fouls that away to stay alive. It's still 1-2. Hits this one right back up the middle, and it will get through for the first squirrel hit of the day. Here is Frank, 1 on with nobody out. Whale from the stretch for the first time, gets a swing and a miss. Another swing and a miss. Both off-speed pitches. And yet another swing and a miss. I think most of what Whale throws is off-speed. The quintessential crafty lefty out there. Puts strike 1 in against Tom. And that one just misses outside. Fouled away. That'll make it 1-2. Chases a curveball for strike 3. 2 away. Zach had an excellent game yesterday, so of course so did a lot of other people, but he especially stood out to me. He gets a base hit out into right field. That'll bring Joey to the plate. He was a little slower to get his hits, but he got a couple hits yesterday as well. He's got an 0-2 count right now with 2 on. Will this stay fair? It does, right down the left field line. Here comes the first run of the game. And Zach will stop at third. An RBI double brings Pauly to the plate, who's also having... So usually he and Graves both did nothing at the plate, and they are both batting over 200 this year. Didn't look like it there. That looked like the Pauly I remember, and that will end the inning. But the Squirrels do strike first as we go into the third. 1-0. Hume is going to lead things off for the Angels in the top half of the inning. First pitch bounces in. There's a swing and a miss. Bounces in another that Pauly, the past couple of games, seems to have I don't know how I want to phrase this. His knuckleball hasn't been quite as sharp as it typically is. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to say. Does eventually get the strikeout on Hume. That will bring Whale to the plate. Batting 188. Cannot possibly have that many at-bats. He's going to hit a little bloop towards third. Chief will grab that. 2 away. Here's Howie Kendrick. Got a base hit in his first at-bat. I think he may have been the only Angel to have done so far today. He's got an 0-2 count at the moment. Pauly struck out 6 Angels the first time through. And there is number 7. Well, we go on to the bottom of the third. Kester's going to lead it off for the Squirrels, who now lead 1-0. Hits only 3-1. It's been a pitcher's duel, to be sure. Kester will look at strike 1. 4 strikeouts for Whale the first time through the Squirrels order. Kester is down 0-2. Puts this to second. Kendrick gets it on a short hop, but gets it all the same. 1 down. Here is Marvin, ground out in his first at bat, and he is batting right-handed. Don't remember if I mentioned that or not the first time up. You probably could all see that and, reference that since I was talking about Whale being a crafty lefty, but just in case you didn't put it all together. It's going to get through the right side of the infield. A good little piece of inside-out hitting. 1 on, 1 out. Chief struck out in his first at-bat. He will look at strike 1 here. Hits this, maybe. Nope, that's going to get into the gap. I thought it might stay up for Guerrero, but it was more in the gap than I first realized. That'll be a double for Chief and puts 2 runners into scoring position for Terry. So a good chance to get some insurance here as Terry looks at a curveball for strike 1. That's into left center field. That's going to roll for a ways out there. 1 run already in, another run coming. Terry will stop at second for a 2 RBI double. Probably would have rolled to the wall in most sparks, but not this one. So here is Frank with a chance to add on even more. There's only 1 out as Frank is behind on a fastball. Then looks at a forkball for strike 2. Misses, down and away. Popped up in the air, Green going a little behind second, right by the umpire, makes the catch. So 2 away, here is Tom. Runner still on second. First pitch is in there for a strike. This is going to get into left field and fall in for a hit. Terry's going to try to score, and looks like he's going to make it there. 4-0 Squirrels. Whale is upset out there, stomping around. Zach looks at a strike. That pitch is down and in. Down and in again, makes it 2-1. Misses high, 3-1. Emotions maybe getting the best of Whale. Gets a swing and a miss on the curveball. Runner will be off with the pitch. Full count. Swing and a miss, doesn't matter. Well, we go to the 4th inning. The Squirrels now leading 4-1. And they will have Willits at the plate to start things off in the 4th.
Number 77, Reggie Willits.
Willits, one of a lot of strikeout victims, so maybe I shouldn't. I'll just mention the ones who didn't strike out, I suppose. Willits is down 0-2 here. And another swing and a miss for his 2nd strikeout of the day. Here's Vlad Guerrero, who's more than due here. Pops this one foul. Into center field. That will drop in for a hit, so hopefully that'll be all we see out of Guerrero. Hopefully that's enough for him to not be due anymore. Here's Aaron Rowan, who will look at a ball. Misses outside again. Misses outside yet again. 3-0. That one's over for a strike. Another strike. It's now a full count. Runner on first with 1 out. Runner stays put. Rowan swings and misses. Well, here's Khalil Green. Runner on first with 2 outs. And he'll look at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Looks at strike 3. All right, well, we go into the bottom of the 4th. Squirrels up 4-0. And they will have, I missed, Joey at the plate to start things off. Joey already with the double today. And looks at strike 1. Up the middle. That'll be his 2nd hit of the day. Joey doing well at the plate the last few days. Pauly struck out in his first at bat, and he's showing bunt here. Puts down that is going to be a fair one. Pretty good. Successful sacrifice. Puts a runner in scoring position for Kester. It's already not a save situation, but this would maybe move it more into blowout range, though maybe not as bad as yesterday. But we scored early and we scored late, not so much in the middle, but we scored in bunches when they came. Kester's got a 2-2 count. Runner takes off and gets thrown out. I don't know what possessed Joey to do that, but that will end the inning. 4-0 Squirrels. Napoli's going to lead off in the fifth. I don't know if they just decided we'll start from fresh from the top of the order instead of with Marvin. I don't know. I don't know the logic behind that. Pauly already up to 10 strikeouts on the day, and he's still got 2 innings to go. Pops this one back up to Pauly. That'll bring Quinlan to the plate. First pitch is called a strike. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Does it again for strike 3. 2 away. Here's Hume. And that is how the game pronounces it. He does not say yum, it does say Hume. So that's what I'm going with. It's a 1-1 count. This one misses down by his feet. And a swing and a miss to make it 2-2. With 2 outs and nobody on base. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the top of the 5th inning. We go to the bottom half. A 4-0 Squirrels lead. Oh, did I misjudge how many? I think it was a strike him out, throw him out, because Marvin's coming up. So that was just a terrible decision all around. Very confusing to me. I don't know why you would do that. Threw me totally off. But given the score, I guess it probably doesn't matter much. Emphasis on probably. Marvin's going to go up the middle for a base hit. That will bring Chief to the plate. Got a double in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses for strike 2. Called strike 3. 1 away. Here comes Terry. He is 2 for 2. Singled and doubled so far. Could he possibly go for the natural cycle with a triple here? It's a base hit, but I don't think it's a triple. Especially when Marvin didn't even go to third himself. 2 on with 1 out. Frank at the plate. Puts a line drive into left, and it does not get over Willett's head. Runners have to retreat. Not a badly hit ball, but pretty much right to the fielder. So here's Tom. 2 outs, 2 on. Looks at strike 1. That one is down and in. That one catches the outside corner to make it 1-2. Misses inside. 2-2. 2 on, 2 out. Called strike 3 over the outer half. I don't think Tom swung the bat one time in that at-bat. Not great. So we'll go to the 6th inning. Whale is due to lead off, though he was starting to wipe his brow, so we'll see if he actually gets to hit. 4-0 Squirrels still. He is not going to get to hit. They will bring in some Rivera. I'm not sure which one this is.
21.
Juan Rivera. He will look at a ball. So Pauly up to 12 strikeouts out of 15 total outs so far. But Rivera with a 2-0 count. He's been a little bit wild, but he's gotten a lot of swings and misses. Gets a called strike there. Another called strike. Rivera doesn't like the call, and I don't necessarily blame him, but it's a 2-2 count. Grounds this one to first. Terry will step on the bag. 1 away. Back to the top of the order. Howie Kendrick is 1 for 2 today. He got a base hit and has struck out. Looks at strike 1. Fouled back. That'll make it 0-2. popped up to third. Chief waiting on it. Makes the grab. So here is Willits. He has struck out in both at-bats so far today. Looks at strike one. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Fouled off. Still 0-2. And that pitch is down and in. Ground ball. Kester does not get it. That's going to roll through for a base hit. I think it'll go down as a hit. I think he just took a bad angle at it, tried to cut it off sharply instead of going further back for a longer throw. So runner on for Vlad Guerrero, who's going to pop foul to third. Will Chief get there? He does. So that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the sixth. We've got a pinch hitter ready to go here. Zach's going to lead it off, though. 4-0 still on the scoreboard. Jason Isringhausen's going to take over on the mound. He pitched, I think, 2 innings yesterday. Rivera was just used for a pinch hitter. Zach 1 for 2 today. Takes the ball outside. Another ball outside. This one catches the outside corner. Does not want to seem to come in on Zach. Finally does. Quinlan has to make a long throw at third, but he does make it for the first out of the inning. Not so much a high hop, but a long hop. Had it been much higher, it probably would have been an infield hit, but... Here's Joey. He's doubled and singled so far today. So he watches that pitch up and in. And that changeup a bit wild. There's one over the plate. Another one over the plate gets fouled away. That'll make it 2-2. Ooh, just missed outside. I thought that was going to be strike 3. This one hit back up the middle, goes off Isringhausen. Kendrick picks it up but has no play. So that will go down as a base hit. We will not have Pauly hit. We will, I think, turn to Phil here. One on, one out. He will swing and miss at the first pitch. Phil hitting an even 200 on the year. Well, this one gets away. So that will move a runner into scoring position and gives Phil a 2-1 count. Was a called strike. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Runner in scoring position for Kester, but there are now 2 outs. And this is fouled away. Swings and misses at called a curveball. It was pretty high, though, more of a rainbow. Hits this one right to Hume over at first, and that will end the inning. So I guess I was pessimistic, but I was right. Aaron Rowan's going to lead off for the Angels. It is still a 4-0 game. Nakai is going to come into Kester's spot.
Your attention, please. Now on the pitch for Indianapolis. Number 18, Nakai.
Sorry, I had a big yawn in there. All right, if Kester can continue to keep the Angels off the scoreboard... I think I said the wrong name. If Nakai can keep the Angels off the scoreboard here, he will get a second inning, though he starts off with the leadoff hit. So here's Khalil Green, the runner on first and nobody out. First pitch in there for a strike. Changeup is put into center field. That's back-to-back hits. Runners on first and second for Mike Napoli.
Mike Napoli.
First pitch is called a strike. This one gets away, and it didn't get away far, but both runners do move up 90 feet, so 2 runners in scoring position now. And Nakai gets a swing and a miss. 1-2. This would be a big strikeout all of a sudden. She does get on a changeup. One down. Here's Rob Quinlan. Still 2 runners in scoring position. And he will poke this into right field. 1 run is in. Zach going home. Will not get the second run. And there goes Nakai's dreams of a second inning. This is suddenly a real ball game here. I said I wanted something more entertaining. Here we go. It's a hard throw by Zach, but it was offline, unfortunately. We're getting a pinch something here. Looks like a pinch runner. Goliath's going to come in to run. Go from a speed 6 to a speed 8. Hume at the plate. 1 out, and Hume takes strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Grounds to first. Terry will step on the bag, but the runner does move to third. We got the pitcher spot, and the Angels will send up Jeff Keppinger.
Number 27, Jeff Keppinger.
They say it with a J. Keppinger. Couldn't remember for sure from yesterday. He's got a 2-0 count. Pops it way up in the air. Nakai still standing on the rubber, I think. Makes the catch. The Angels do score 2. Makes it a 4-2 Squirrels lead as we go to the stretch. Marvin will lead off on the other side. Threets is going to come into the game. Looks like into Goliath's spot, who just came in to pinch run. And Keppinger will stay into the game and play third. Don't know why I grabbed the controller. I don't need it for a little while. Here's Marvin's going to bat right-handed. I do believe he is 2 for 3. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Hits this one hard, but foul. Up the middle, that will get through for a base hit. 1 on with nobody out. Chief has hit a double. Struck out in his other 2 at-bats. Swings ahead of that fastball. That one's down and out. Outside again, makes it 2-1. This is too far inside. 3-1. This is hit up the middle again. That will put runners on first and second. For Terry. He's got, I think, 2 hits in the game. Looks at strike 1. Chases that slider a bit to make it 0-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 1 down. Here is Frank. Still 2 aboard. That ball is down in the dirt. And up by his head. 2-0. That one's over the plate. It's down by his feet. It's a 3-1 count. Hits this one into deep left. Willett's going back. It's going to get over his head and one-hop that wall right at the 418 sign. And that will drive in 2 more. It's now a 6-2 ball game. And I guess Nakai's going to get that second inning after all. Runner on second. Tom at the plate. Hits this one right to third. They look the runner back and go first. 2 away. Here is Zach. Runner still on second. That pitch misses. Down and out. Fouled away. Hits this one into center field, or right center rather. That's going to actually score a run as Zach goes into second base for an RBI double. All right, here's Joey. Still a runner on second. Now 2 outs. They're going to intentionally walk him. All right, so that will bring up Phil for his second at-bat of the game. Struck out in his first one, which dropped his average to 198. And he'll take a ball down by his feet. Hits this one, foul, 1-1. There's a swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Hits this one to third, Keppinger over to first, and that will end the inning. But it's now a 7-2 ball game, so back out of safe territory. Nakai gets that second inning after all, and he will start off with Howie Kendrick.
Number 47, Howie.
First pitch is in there for strike one. Doesn't get the call on that high fastball. Gets a foul ball here to make it 1-2. Foul tip for strike three. One down. Here is Willits. Got a base hit in his last at-bat. It's well ahead of the curveball there. And behind on the fastball. Swing and a miss again. Strike three. 2 away. Here's Vlad Guerrero. He does have a hit today, though he fouled out in his last at-bat. First pitch misses outside. Might have been low as well. Hits this one, a hop to third. Chief takes a couple steps before he throws. And that will end the top of the 8th inning. We will get a pinch hitter to start this next inning. 7-2 Squirrels. New pitcher on the mound will be Bukowski. He actually did pretty well.
Number 59, Bukowski.
All right, guess we're going to go get Sweeney. First pitch is in there for a strike. This one misses, up and in. 1-1. Hits this one hard but foul. Might have had home run distance actually if it stayed fair. Fouls another one away. Still 1-2. Pitch down by the feet. Hits this one up the middle for a base hit. That'll bring Marvin to the plate. He's 3 for 4. Ground out in his first at-bat. He's been perfect since. Pulls this one foul. He's also back over to the left side. That one down too low. Hits this one foul. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. So here's Chief. He's 2 for 4. Although if he's going by pattern, he's due for a strikeout. Fouls that pitch away. So they check over on first. Sweeney is very fast. Oh, chases a high fastball to make it 0-2. And that's fair, right over first. That's going to see if that'll be a double. Chief's digging for it. And he's going to make it there fairly, without a throw even. I was going to say comfortably. It was even more than that. All right, here is Terry at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 out. Does that have all the distance? No, off the wall. 1 run in, 2 runs in. And we're now, I think, firmly into blowout category. Or blowout territory, I guess, maybe a better way to say it. Well, it is now 9-2. Frank at the plate with a runner in scoring position and still just the 1 out. First pitch is called a strike. Second pitch is swung on and missed. There's a ground ball to second that will advance the runner. Not that that matters much at this point. But a runner on third with Tom at the plate. There are 2 outs. First pitch is in there for a strike. Tom, I think he finally got his first one of the year. 400 feet even, out into left field. Said finally his first home run of the year. Usually he's a fairly solid power hitter, at least by our standards. And he will make this an 11-2 ball game. We are now almost exactly where we were yesterday. All right, so here's Zach. He's got a few hits today. He'll look at strike 1. Hits this one through the right side. That will bring Joey to the plate. 3 for 3, was intentionally walked in his last at-bat. He will look at strike 1 here. And that'll be a ground out to first, and that will bring us finally to the 9th inning. Now an 11-2 game. Aaron Rowan's going to start things off. And we will go get Zap again to mop things up. Into Joey's spot. Sweeney can play short just fine.
Your attention, please. Now come on the pitch for Indianapolis. Number 23, Zap.
See, the concern now is between blowouts and more losses than usual as of late. We have not seen Hermida and Shibuya for a while, so I'm a little afraid they're going to be rusty when we get into a real game here. The good news is that we've got, see, the Angels are in last in their division, and then we got the Brewers who are in last in our division. So, hopefully it won't be a problem.
3, Khalil Green.
Khalil Green at the plate after Rowan ground out. Green has got a 1-1 count after the swing and a miss. That one's too low. And that one rides up towards his face, but no brush back. And that will be the first walk of the game here in the 9th inning. 1 on with 1 out. Mike Napoli is 0 for 3. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Line drive into left, and Frank's already running back for the wall. So Zap again maybe going to give up some garbage time runs here. Here's the pitcher spot, which will instead bring Garrett Anderson to the plate. 2 aboard with only 1 out. Anderson behind on that pitch. Hits this one foul to give himself an 0-2 count. That's going to be a base hit into center field, and it's going to score 2. Still not close, but 11-4 looks a lot better than 11-2. Hume is hitless today. He's going to put that one into center field for another base hit. And the Angels get it to the top of their order. Oh, not quite yet. My apologies. Keppinger at the plate. Looks at strike 1. Forgot the double switch. Threw me off a little bit. Sweeney goes to second. Phil on to first. Not quite in time. So here's Howie Kendrick. Now they're to the top of the order, but now with runners on the corners and 2 outs. First pitch is in there for a strike. Pop up behind the plate. Tom waiting for it, and that will end the game. I suppose it was more competitive than yesterday, but not by a ton. Your final score, Los Angeles Angels 4, Indianapolis Squirrels 11. Man, we got a lot more highlights today than we did yesterday. All right, Joey's going to be your player of the game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you want to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we'll be back to finish up this series tomorrow. We'll see you then.